What's up everyone, this is Yasser Ali, and in today's video I have top MMR content for you guys, a team that you guys can still spam. Look at this amazing MMR 2970 this early in the season. I think I was saying that Scrafty is one of the best Pokemons in Ultra League now, and Ilqm doesn't have a Trevenant to play Scrafty Trevenant or Registeel. So he was trying to play a Pokemon that he has, which is Coffin. And he made by far a team that I tested today. He told me about, and I tested the team, and I actually went on a 9-1 run with this team. So I was like, instead of showing my battles, how about I show you higher elo battles? And Ilqm is a occasional streamer. Sometimes he streams, sometimes he doesn't. So make sure to give him a follow on his Twitter and his Twitch. I will be leaving both of them in the comment section below. And now let's go and watch the battles so we can see, learn, or judge his mistakes. Scrafty into a Trevenant. This is a good matchup for Scrafty. And the two, it gets funky because if they no shield a power up punch, it's kind of game throwing. For the Scrafty, if they shield, it's kind of a game changing. So in the two, it's very close since counter does nothing. And Trevenant just out spam. So far, opponent is so the opponent should have 13, so his opponent is 2 away, but they decided to let it go. Skunk, he doesn't have the best skunk answer. I like how he went straight for the foul play, which is slightly does more damage. Now here comes the decision. Should he take resisted and do resisted damage? Okay, this is kind of tough. Or do neutral and take super effective. He decided to go with this because, oh, this is a very tough team. Yeah, this is a very tough team. He went for the catch. This is a good catch. And now it's going to come to him landing his moves, opponent shielding. Opponent threw here, it's going to, like, let's see. Do they have the Sludge or they have Aqua Tail? They threw Crunch, so no shield protect at this point. And opponent doesn't have it since they didn't reveal it because they don't need to beat unless they don't have the Sludge. He's going straight Surf, and Surf should do enough damage to KO here. And his Coffin doesn't live a move. He swapped to snipe the Drip. This doesn't KO the non-shadow one, and it didn't KO the shadow one as well. It's going to be very close. Let's see. Yes, he lived 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I think they fainted with the move. And he still won. What an amazing gameplay. Coffin clapped 2 dark Pokemons, not just one. Moving into the next game. Okay, stuck in the queue time. Scrafty into Mach. This is a neutral matchup. It's not bad for Scrafty, it's not bad for Mach. If they have the Sludge or Gunk Shot, they can catch him off guard if they don't shield. They got going straight spray. Seems that they are over farming by a ton. I would shield here. Yes, it was a Sludge. Because if they have a spray, it's bad if they don't insta-throw. I don't know why he's not throwing as well. Maybe he just wants to tank the move and then swap out. Or he just doesn't. What the heck was that? No, I think the game is GG now. Maybe he miscounted. Let's say he miscounted. This is a very high MMR gameplay. So technically, one mistake can lose you the game, and then you have to rely on the opponent making a mistake. Opponent shielded, he didn't shield. Now he's going to go for the Shadow Ball. I think the opponent is now going to call a move. Yes, he didn't do enough damage to KO. Coffin is a very bulky Pokemon, so charge moves from Coffin doesn't do that much, and he swapped to get some energy lead in case they have something in the back that, like something like a Talonflame or a Swampert. Okay, this is a winnable matchup as long as you get the shield here. He didn't get the shield. Swampert is at 5 or 6. Okay, insta throw. He swapped, and yeah, it didn't work. So it came to a call. Opponent called the bait correctly. I mean, it's a 50-50. It's not like, oh, opponent outplayed or no. No, it just came to gambling. This matchup is kind of close, but Talonflame wins it. He swapped into Coffin. They brought in the Trevenant. Coffin has energy lead, much bulkier than Trevenant, and I'm assuming Coffin can win the 0 and the 1 with energy lead. Now it's gonna come to call the bait. He shielded safely, because he know that if he shield, even if it's a bait, he can still get to 2 moves. Now it's up to him whether he want the shield or let it go. I would let it go because you don't get to the next move regardless, whether you call it or you don't call it. This is a good no shield because he knows that they have a Talonflame and he has to leave with lots of energy here to flip the game in the back. Talonflame with Trevenant, usually there is like a Walrein, there is a Registeel. He threw a Power Punch here because they are one fast move away from getting to the move, so he kinda threw just to... Yeah, it's a Walrein in the back, 100%. Yeah, there's not that much creativity in this league because everyone has been running the same team except for Ilqm, which is running a unique team. Like, no one has been running those 3 together. Everyone's just running Talonflame, Scrafty, Walrein, Registeel, Scrafty with Swampert or Walrein. But yeah, Ilqm decided to go off meta here to surprise everyone at high elo. Tapu Fini is an off meta pick that can do some stuff if it gets aligned properly. And yeah, opponent Brave Birded there. That was their only play, and Ilqm was aware of that situation, and he saved a foul play to use it later to KO the Talonflame. Nidoqueen into Scrafty. This is not the greatest matchup, but he can just stay in. He got the weak connection. Niantic is like, you're not gonna get legend easily. I'm just gonna give you the weak connection lag. So let's see. He can get easily two foul plays here. Opponent decided to shield, so they are saying, okay, we need to win the lead. Now the question is, does he swap, stay in? Yes, I like this swap because technically he has 2 Pokemons that are fine versus it in the back, and every team is weak to Scrafty in Ultra League. Every team is weak to Scrafty. Just keep that in mind. There is no team that has the best coverage versus Scrafty because there is Scrafty, Talonflame, Registeel, Walrein. You can't cover those 4. You can't also have those 4. You choose a 3 and you decide to be weak to the other. Now he can go to Tapu Fini, shield, hoping that it's an Earthquake. And if they bait, he just swap. Oh, they swapped. It didn't matter. Poison Fang does kinda decent damage here, so let's see. What does the opponent have? Okay, they brought it again. Icicle Spear is gonna do like more damage because it's a debuff. He has so much energy. And Scrafty is at 2 counters. They need 5 for the Scrafty, so it's gonna come to who's getting this. He's gonna get to this. Dazzling Gleam, Moonblast doesn't KO a Scrafty from Crest, but it does KO here from Tapu Fini because it's a stab. And it's kinda more attack than Crest, so it should one-shot it, which it did. Scrafty into a Crest. This is a Monkey S matchup. Scrafty can get to 2 foul plays. You do live 1 Moonblast, but you don't want to take that damage because it's the biggest damage to Scrafty. This is the way I play it, and it seems that this is the way he plays it. Follow Ilqm. Don't follow my play because I kind of learned this team from him. And now I'm just learning more matchups by watching this video, which you guys are supposed to watch and learn. And the good thing is that we still have 3 days. 3, 1, 2, 3. Yes, 3 days to spam this team in case you guys want to climb with an off-meta team. Now people be like, what is the off-meta Pokemon? Guys, Ultra League is 5 Pokemons. If you're not using those 5, then you're playing off-meta. Period. Is he gonna call a bait or shield? It's gonna be tough if they have Reggie in the back. Nidoqueen. Okay. The problem with Water Gun is that it doesn't do enough damage when it's super effective. Like, look at how much Poison Jab is chunking, and Water Gun is like not doing anything. That was a perfect timing by Ilqm. I guess he's gonna shield. He has to. And he has to go for the full farm down. There is no point of throwing because you need to throw a move on Cress, which he couldn't get, so there is no way he can win. And that was a 3-2 set. He got a Kill Blast and he moved into 29-71. He got literally 3 points. Yeah, nice Elo gain. Okay, Scrafty into Walrein, the Shadow one. In this matchup, you throw Power Up Punch and then you can farm all the way down after. If it's Shadow. If it's Unshadow, it's kinda risky. Depending on their IV, You throw or you don't throw, so you're gonna keep counting. But in this matchup, if they are shadow, you don't need to count. You can just go for the full farm down after you pop once. Yep. And he knows that. He's going for the power-up punch bait. This is a very greedy bait, but I do agree with it. Yes, that was a perfect bait. And he lived with 1 HP. Now he can't shield because he's at 1 HP, and if he shield, he faints. Now it's 2 shields Coffin, but says 1 shield Trevenant. The opposing Trevenant should be throwing Shadow Balls here because that's their only play. But they decided to bait. Okay, is the opponent gonna catch now or no? Okay, opponent didn't go for the catch. They stayed in, and Ilqm was patient enough to wait for that. Okay, they have a Jellicent. So he threw on 7, which is 1 turn before they get to the Shadow Ball, and then now he can just stay in, force them to throw the Shadow Ball, then he can water gun them all the way down. They threw the Bubble Beam, hoping that it does KO, which didn't. And now he didn't even need to reveal the 3rd. That's why Scrafty, if you get a good alignment with Scrafty, it's kind of tough to lose the game. It's kind of unlosable. Okay, he's playing another legend here. Scrafty versus Registeel. This is an amazing lead. That Registeel seems to be very XL from the counter damage. Is it? Yeah, it is. Because usually, like, you get them to half HP if it's a bad IV. They zap Cannon. And they have a Como O for some reason. If you want to play Como O, you play it in the lead because it's a Pokemon that gets cheesed easily. And you lose to the fairies very hard. So don't swap it in. Save it in the lead or don't use it. It's not the greatest Pokemon in the game, but it can have some decent matchups such as Talonflame, such as Crafty, such as Poliwrath. But I don't think you should be swapping it. Maybe they are legend, they are just trying to have fun, but they are playing Como Registeel. What is the fun in that? I mean, that's a card I used to play last season, you know, before we had Elo. This is an amazing snipe because they shielded. Now he can just foul play and KO the Reggie. He still have a full HP Pokemon. Opponent realized that there is no way they can come back because they have a Shadow Swampert, which can't beat anything at this point. And yeah, that was a GG. Well played to Mr. Ilqm. Muck into Scrafty. We talked about this. In this matchup, if they have Sludge, Gunk, and they land it, they win. If they have Acids play, Scrafty just win with 1 HP, depend on how good is your IV on the Scrafty. So let's see, he decided to no shield this time, and it was the Acids play. And he always go for the over farm here. I don't go fully over farm here. I throw the second pub, but then, okay, Ilqm decided to go on. Okay, that was calculated. That was Omega calculated, actually. Like, look at this. He's very low on health, and he left with a move. What better he can ask for? You just Coughing can literally Shadow Claw down at this point. Okay, they threw the first move. Shadow Sneak is not a super effective, even if it shows that it's super effective. It doesn't do anything. They have a Scrafty in the back. He has a Tapu Fini to punish the Scrafty. I think I lost to a Tapu Fini today with a Scrafty. Like, I was even up a shield. It's not the worst matchup for Scrafty if you have shields up, but it's kind of bad. Like, he has to shield the foul play, which he did. So now it's much better of a matchup. Opponent, he's baiting here because technically the opponent has only 1 usable Pokemon, which is Scrafty, and their Tina is completely out of the picture because it dies to 1 Shadow Ball. Yeah, opponent is trying to catch a move, but Ilqm was very patient and he didn't throw the charge move. Now it's gonna come to him throwing a Shadow Ball or calling a bait here. No. Yeah, he just needs to throw this Dazzling Gleam for the win. And GG to Mr. Ilqm. Well played. That was a nice react right there. G-Fisk has nowhere to go but to this team. Talonflame swap in. Guess what, Talonflame? We have a Tapu Fini for this. And I like that he's not even throwing before they throw because they can live it. Now they don't live anything. Okay, yeah, I was like, is he going for the farm down? Because he need to shield if he do that, and he didn't. Let's see what the opponent has as a third. G-Fisk, Talonflame. It's usually like some Walrein, some Registeel. I don't think it's Registeel. Some Trevenant. But at this point, since they brought in G-Fisk, that means they can't win this game because technically it's 2 Pokemons versus 1, and it's a Cress. Guess what? What does he have with the Cress? A Coffin that destroys that Cress. Well played, Ilqm. Nice team. Moving into the next battle. Okay, they are battling for the legend. The one who wins this will get to the legend. Okay, they swapped into Cress, and Cress got punished by this Coffin. Cress doesn't have a bad matchup. The only bad matchup is Registeel. That's it. Look at this. Future Sight does half HP. So now he has to insta throw the Shadow Ball or the Dark Pulse, or he faints. He's gonna shield this. He has to shield this. Okay, and then he can just fall down after. They will bring the G-Fisk easily, and then like 2 Shadow Balls gonna do like lots of damage. They still have to EQ, by the way. Like Rock Slide doesn't KO Coffin. Coffin is kind of very bulky. Yeah, Talonflame. Guess what do we have for this Talonflame? And that's it. Well played for Mr. Ilqm, and I believe this is the legend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-0 to legend. What a nice way to win. And he got the Pangoro. He can't catch the Pangoro because he's too excited for this, since now he get to legend with 3043 elo with a 5-0. What a nice set. Thank you so much, Ilqm, for sending the battles. And guys, make sure to check his Twitter and Twitch account. Give him a follow on both so you can get the latest update on his teams. And Ilqm, thank you so much for sharing the battles with me. This is the end of the video, everyone, and see you in the next one. Peace.